So I had a dream last night that I was being bullied as an adult now. And instead of becoming reactive, I asked myself, why was this bully having an issue with me? And the question that came to mind was, maybe this bully was bullied before. Maybe this person is just hurting and this is satisfying their discomfort. But we don't often think about these things. For instance, you could start a new job and you have this dream, and then you go to that new job and you see the person that kind of looks like someone that was in your dream, and you don't like that person randomly. Like, I know people just randomly don't like others. And the fact is that you created it when you had that dream. It was created in your imagination, which created it in your reality. Therefore, when it came to meeting the person, you saw them as the person who is victimizing you and bullying you. There's someone who is bullying you and creating your animosity towards them. But you don't even realize that it's happening because you were asleep. But you're asleep now because you're not aware of your thoughts. That idea could have just been planted inside your head, but you don't know this because you were asleep. Your dream just created it all for you. This is how the ego works. When we have something that terrifies us or makes us sad, it creates this idea in our head. Even after we leave the environment that we were in, if we revisit any thought from that environment, we go directly back. And then it holds us there as a prisoner. Our emotions take over us, and we have no say in the matter unless we become aware and not reactive, and understand that this is a challenge that the universe is offering us. Because life is a game, and it's whether or not you want to play the victim or you want to be the hero in your own story. And being the hero is by not being reactive, by seeing what's wrong with that person for them to want to bully you. And then by noticing that your dream created something in your mind. But to do this, you have to be away from distractions. That's like being in a relationship. Your fear of being alone. You don't want to leave the person, even though you're unhappy. But you stay with that person because it's distracting you from your thoughts. Your ego has now taken full control. And this is where depression comes in. And you don't even see it because it's been building. You've kept yourself in that environment for so long that your ego has full control of you now. And you don't even realize it's happening. It's like dealing with someone who won't take accountability. We are 100% responsible for what goes on with job, with relationships. But the reason people don't take responsibility is their ego is in the way. Their ego has assumed full control. They're afraid of the outcome. They're afraid of being alone. They're afraid of their own skin, not comfortable with themselves. And therefore, some people just lash out for no reason. Or you have dreams about bullies, and then you take it with you the next day because it's already implanted into your reality. You go to work and you see a person that resembles that individual that was in your dream, and you automatically don't like it. You don't even stop to think 1 second, why don't I like this person? What did this person do to me for not to like them? They have done nothing wrong, but you never become aware because you're sleeping mentally. You're got your head in your phone. You got distractions all around you. But when you get quiet in areas where there's no noise, there's no distractions, then your mind just slows down. And then all the clutter that you've been holding on to, it starts to let go. When it lets go, then you realize that, okay, I created this in my imagination, and I didn't even realize I created this in my imagination. I have no problem with this person. This person is actually quite a nice man. That's all it takes. If you work at a job and someone, say, The phrase is push you under the bus. Instead of getting mad, ask why are they pushing you under the bus? What are they afraid of? Do they have insecurities? Are they afraid of what people might think of them if they didn't realize that they made a mistake? We all make mistakes. But at the same time, we have no problem in pointing the blame on someone else and not taking full responsibility for what we do. And in yesterday's video, I told you about taking responsibility and accountability. But you see it all the time in the workforce. You blame others for your mistake because you're not confident enough to own up to your mistakes because you have insecurities because of your trauma. And your trauma is what is going to control you. So next time you make a mistake at work or in life, own it. That was totally me. I 100% take full accountability. It'll de-escalate so many situations. The person that's being thrown under the bus, if you're not reactive, then that shows growth. That shows that you're mature enough not to react because this person has put you in this situation. Maybe this was a blessing for this person to put me in this situation because then I understand why I was put in this situation because they didn't want to take responsibility. Maybe now you understand the person more. Maybe you show them empathy. Maybe you feel sorry for them. And now instead of considering them an enemy, you consider someone that you could help, encourage, motivate them to change. We don't think of these things because, once again, our ego gets in the way. When we feel attacked, we're ready to fight. But if you don't fight and you hold still and you open your heart and show love and compassion instead of animosity, you'll be amazed how that person will feel and how you will feel. And that's the neat thing. That's the thing I didn't understand when I started this podcast. That each one of my guests were giving me some form of gift, some form of understanding. And we don't communicate with one another. Even when you go to a restaurant now, you'll see people don't even look at each other. They're buried in their phones. So how can you understand that person or know what that person's going through when you're buried in your phone? Every job I've been at, everybody's on their phone. If they're not on their phone, it's because they're driving. But that's it. For the most part, everyone is glued to their phone, not social at all. And now when they get in a situation where they feel attacked or they're not going to assume responsibility, it's because we don't know how to react anymore because our attention span is gone. I see it even on my YouTube channel. There's more people that watch my shorts than they do my long version videos because your attention span's gone and you don't even realize it. But that's because we don't communicate with each other anymore. We don't know how to. And it's too bad because there's so many moments where you can get a new skill or just something to teach you, a lesson. Alan Watts said it the best. You have to go with the flow and do it effortlessly. What I learned just meditating. It's just about going with the flow and let it go effortlessly and just patience and just taking care of you and taking care of the people around you. And show these people, even though you consider them evil or an enemy, why are they evil and an enemy to begin with? What caused them to be evil and an enemy? We don't know their story. Remember, hurt people, right? But with growth and understanding, you just kind of let things unfold for themselves. Just like life, for instance. We all want all these things in life. We want more money. We want another house. And you will get all that when it's time. So when you're blocked from something, there's a reason for it. It's because it's not your time. And it will provide it when it's ready. You just have to be patient and go with the flow and enjoy life. Stop doom scrolling. Do something meaningful for yourself. Try reading books. If you don't like reading books, listen to books. Watch motivational things. Things are going to happen in the world, whether you like it or not. It's completely out of your control. It's out of all of our controls. My life is out of my control. I have no control over my life. I just let it be. and go with the punches, because that's all I can do. When you stop wanting to control, you'll be amazed at how much control you actually have, because you are now at that state of present moment where you realize everything is just as it is, and it will be what I want it to be when it's time. Have a wonderful day. Reach out to the person next to you. Say something kind. Look out for each other. Even with difference in opinions, show each other respect and love. Much love to you all. Bye.